This is free money that you do not have to pay back. Grants for the month of August. So this month, we have many grants, from startup grants to mobile vending licensing grants to home-based business grants to $50,000 in grants and grants in many states. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde from AskRinde. Welcome. Please subscribe to the #1 community for real estate, income, grants, and credit. So if you'd like to know what these new grants are for the month of August, those that are expiring that need to apply now, make sure you watch the video to the end. And leave a comment below if you need help with anything. So we're going to be sharing with you new grants every month. From work from home grants, to SBA grants, to small business grants, to self-employed grants, to fast grants, to financial assistance grants, to startup grants, and much more. And we're going to be updating our calendar section on my website, AskRinde.com, where you can download August grants lists. And you can view our calendar section for the latest updates on grants. Also, our Grants Masterclass and our AI Grants Guide is now available at my website, AskRinde.com. So if you'd like to learn how to get income coming into your business through the form of grants consistently, and how to actually properly position your business, how to get a proper business plan, how to properly structure your business so that you can actually move forward in getting all the funding and access to capital available for your business, make sure you connect with us by going to my website at AskRinde.com, clicking on grants, and getting started today. Number 1, the Venmo Small Business Grant, $10,000 in grants. So PayPal Venmo has announced the second round of their Small Business Grant Program. Now, we covered round 1 here on my channel in the past, and this grant program focuses on emerging businesses with financial grants as well as mentorship. And it's grants like these that make it easier for you to apply for grants because they're not focused on a specific location, and they make the process easy to apply for these $10,000 in grants. So the grants can be used for everyday expenses such as rent, mortgage, marketing, etc. Now they want you to digitize and also promote your business through their Start Small, Think Big grant program. So they actually have a program that specifically focuses on mentorship to help you learn how to not only grow your business digitally, but also use the grants funds wisely so you can actually expand and actually get more access to capital and also sales for your business. So to qualify to apply for this $10,000 in grants, you must meet the following criteria. Number 1, you must be a for-profit business. Number 2, you must have less than 10 employees. Number 3, you must have $50,000 or less in revenue. And number 4, you must submit the following. So the first thing you need to do is you need to actually submit your business description in 1,500 characters or less. Also, they actually want you to upload a background photo as well as a profile photo. These are actually criteria that's a must. They actually have a form right on their page where you would actually need to submit this information to actually start the application process and actually submit for this $10,000 in grants. So the deadline to apply for this grant is August 7th. And you can actually get more information and apply for this up to $10,000 in grants for your small business from anywhere in the country by going directly to their website at venmo.com/business/small-business-grant. Number 2, Connecticut, the Sector Rise Grant Program, $20,000 in grants. So the Southeastern Connecticut Enterprise Region, known for its business pitch and plan competitions, actually has set aside $145,000 in grants for small businesses in this location. So they're targeting 9 businesses, and the program opened up on July 17th. Now the goal here is to actually focus on underrepresented as well as minority-owned businesses. And the grants are being administered by the Department of Economic and Community Development. Now to qualify and to apply for this $20,000 in grants, your business must meet the following criteria. Number 1, your business must be located in Southeastern Connecticut. Number 2, your business must be a for-profit business. Number 3, you must fill out a W-9 form. Number 4, you must have less than $2 million in revenue. Number 5, your business must have been in business for at least 1 year. And number 6, your business must be registered with the state of Connecticut. Now the great thing I like about this grant program is that the awards are announced monthly. So they will be giving out grants consistently for this grant program. So to get more information and apply for this $20,000 in grants, you can actually go directly to their website at sector.org. Number 3, Oregon, the Small Business Grant Program, $10,000 in grants. So the Benton County Community Development Office, along with the Central Willamette Credit Union, has announced a new grant program for small businesses. Now these are coming from about $260,000 in grants that's been set aside to be able to help shore up businesses that are facing financial struggles, as well as stress of actually operating and growing and keeping their businesses open. Now they're primarily focused on businesses that have been impacted, so they actually have a financial strain. Now, along with this grant program, they actually have a pre-screened questionnaire that you must fill out in order to actually apply for the grant program. Now, this grant, they're actually going to be using a lottery system to actually pick the grant winner. So to qualify and to apply for this $10,000 in grants, you must meet the following criteria. Number one, you must be located in Benton County. Number two, you must be a for-profit business. Number three, you must have 500 employees or less. Number four, you must have been in business since June 30th of 2021. And finally, number five, you must demonstrate that you've been affected by the pandemic and need the funds. So the deadline to apply for this $10,000 in grants is August 5th. And you can get more information and apply for this up to $10,000 in grants by going directly to their website at centralwc.org/BCBUS grants. Number four, California, San Francisco. The San Francisco Storefront Opportunity Grant Program. $25,000 and $5,000 to $50,000 in grants. So San Francisco has recently launched this new grant program and strategy to fill up their empty storefronts. So this is coming from about $4 million in grants that they've set aside. And these grants are actually focused on specifically helping the commercial sector recover. So they actually are using this program to help fill up empty office spaces. As you may or may not know, there are programs like this all around the country, where cities are actually using these grant programs to fill up empty commercial spaces. We're seeing it in Boston, we're seeing it in California, and several other states. So if this is your opportunity to take advantage of this, where they're giving you the money to actually come in and establish yourself, and some businesses are actually launching using these grant programs. So for example, with this grant program, they'll give you $25,000 to establish your first storefront, and they'll give you $50,000 to establish your second location. Now they actually have a tier system of how they issue the grants under these two grant programs. For tier 1, they actually will give you $5,000 if you have no storefront. For tier 2, they'll give you $10,000 if you have a mobile licensed vending business. For tier 3, they'll give you $10,000 if you actually have a shared office space. So if you're sharing office space with someone else, they'll give you $10,000. For tier 4, they'll give you $10,000 to $25,000 if you actually have a storefront and you actually have a lease. And for tier 5, they'll give you $50,000 if you're looking to actually establish another location. So you actually have an existing storefront and you actually have a lease, but you actually want to expand. Using this grant program, you can actually do that and get $50,000. So this is actually a game changer, and as I shared, many cities are actually using this strategy in order to fill up their empty office spaces and actually generate and stir up the economies in their local areas. And with this grant program, there are several criteria that go along with it. So there's training involved. So to qualify and to apply for this up to $50,000 in grants, you must meet the following criteria. Number one, you must complete 14 hours of training. So this is actually a criteria that's mandatory in order to apply for this grant. And number two, you must be registered in San Francisco as a business. Number three, you must have less than 100 employees. And number four, you must have less than $5 million in revenue on an annual basis. So this grant has actually been given out on a first come, first served basis. So there's no current deadline. The actual grant will be available as long as funds remain and as long as funds are available to be able to give out to businesses. So if you'd like to get more information and apply for this up to $50,000 in grants, you can actually go directly to their website at sf.gov. Number 5, the Antares Reach Grant Program, $20,000 in grants. So Antares Capital, along with GEN, the Global Entrepreneurship Network, has recently launched again their grant program for small businesses. Now again, this is another grant that's actually easy to apply for, or easier to apply for, because they don't have the restrictions that some others do. This is one that I actually highly encourage you to actually go for and apply for if you fit the criteria. So for this particular grant, they're focusing specifically on businesses that have established a product and market fit. So if your product is actually in the market and there's a fit and you actually need capital in order to expand your business, and you also are an underserved or underrepresented entrepreneur, this is actually a perfect grant for you to go for and apply for. That's $20,000 that you can actually use to scale and grow your business. So because your business is in the market and you've established a product fit, you must have some revenue to apply for this grant. So to apply for and to qualify for this $20,000 in grants, your business must meet the following criteria. Number one, your business must be for profit. Number two, your business must be scalable. Your product must be scalable. Your service must be scalable. Number 3, you must have at least $25,000 of revenue as of 2022. Number 4, you must fill out their business health score application form. So they actually have a form for a business health score. You must fill that out. And number 5, you must actually show and demonstrate a need for capital for your business. So this grant is being administered by Hello Alice, and the deadline to apply for this $20,000 in grants is August 4th at 6 p.m. So if you'd like to apply for this $20,000 in grants for your business, which I highly encourage you to actually do if you fit the criteria, you can actually go directly to their website at helloalice.com/grants/Antares-capital. Number 6, Vermont, Emergency Gap Assistance Grants, $20,000 in grants. So Vermont is currently still in the process of their flood and freeze recovery, and many businesses in that location have been negatively affected. So they've set aside about $20 million in grants to help small businesses, but they feel that it may not be enough. So they've announced the opening of their portal that actually will help small businesses start to apply for these grants that they really need to keep their businesses going. Now apparently the situation is so bad that they've been receiving emergency phone calls to 211 from all around the state, specifically the Washington, Windsor, as well as Lemuel County areas. Now once the portal opens, they'll have the ability to actually submit their business documentation and report the damage. And when they actually submit those documents showing and proving their damage, they actually qualify for at least up to 20% of the net loss of the damage they actually have demonstrated. So to qualify and to apply for this up to $20,000 in grants, you must meet the following criteria. Number 1, you must be located in Vermont. Number 2, you must be a for-profit business. Number 3, you must demonstrate that you've actually received damage in your location and in your business, and you actually need the funds in order to be able to recover. You need the money to be able to help your business restart and reopen. And also, this actual grant will be based on employee count. So depending on your revenues and your employee count, they will actually decide how much you will receive for the grant program. Now, specifically, most businesses will actually be qualified for the $20,000. However, if your revenues are over $1 million, you may qualify for more. So the grant program is actually on a first-come, first-served basis. And if you'd like to apply for this up to $20,000 in grants, you can actually go directly to their website at accd.vermont.gov. Number 7, Georgia, Newton County, $20,000 in grants. So Newton County recently launched their new Small Business Relief Grant Program. Now these grants, just like all around the country, are meant to help small businesses that are facing challenges in actually keeping their doors open and operating their businesses and knowing how to actually move through the times of inflation, move through the struggles that they're facing with keeping their doors open. So the grants can actually be used for operating expenses such as rent, payroll, marketing, etc. And to qualify and to apply for this $20,000 in grants, you must meet the following criteria. Number 1, you must have at least 25 employees or less. Number 2, you must have been in business since March 3rd of 2021. Number 3, you must provide at least 2 years tax returns. Number 4, you must be located in Newton County. And finally, number 5, you must be a for-profit business. So if you'd like to apply, if you're in this location and you'd like to apply for this $20,000 in grants, you can actually do so by going directly to their website at co.newton.ga.us. Number 8, Florida, Orange County, the Small Business Boost Program, $1,400, $3,000, and $10,000 in grants. So Orange County has recently launched their new Small Business Boost Program. And these are coming from about $26 million in ARPA funds that's been set aside to actually help shore up all types of businesses. So many types and ranges of businesses can apply for this grant program, and it's actually one of the unique ones that's actually been state administered currently in the country. And the grants cover a wide range of businesses as well as what it can be used for. So these grants can actually be used for operational expenses such as rent, mortgage, utilities, marketing, things that you can actually use to not only keep your business and your doors open, but also expand your businesses. Now, what I like about this grant is actually focusing on all types of business sectors as well as business types. So from gig workers to home-based businesses to storefronts, etc. So they actually have tiers. So if you're a gig worker, you can actually apply for $1,400 in grants. If you actually a home-based business, you can actually apply for $3,000 in grants. If you're a storefront, you can actually apply for $10,000 in grants. Now this grant program opened on July 18th and is meant to give these small businesses a boost or the boost that they need. Now before you actually fill out the application and start the process, there are certain criteria that you need to be aware of that you will need to provide. Number 1, you'll need to actually provide a valid driver's license. Number 2, you'll need to actually provide tax returns from 2019 to 2022. Number 3, you'll need to actually demonstrate and show that you have an active business in Florida. And number 4, you'll need to fill out a W-9. Now, these grants are on a first come, first served basis, so I highly encourage you to apply for these grants. If you're a gig worker, you can actually get $1,400. If you're a home-based business, you can get $3,000. And if you're a storefront, you can get $10,000. This can actually help boost your business. So if you'd like to get more information and apply for the Small Business Boost Grant Program, you can actually do so by going directly to their website at ocfl.net. So these are just a few of the new grants for the month of August. We couldn't include all the grants as we try not to keep the videos too long. But if you'd like us to feature your city and your state, make sure you drop your city and state in the comment section below, and we'll make sure that we cover you. Also, our AI Grants Guide and our Grants Masterclass is now available. So if you'd like to know how to properly set up your business, how to actually get grants consistently coming into your business as an income stream, in addition to whatever you're doing for your business, whatever type of business you are, whatever industry you're in, it doesn't matter. You can actually get grants for your business. If you'd like to learn more about how to position your business so you can actually use grants as an income stream, as a revenue stream coming into your business, make sure you connect with us by going directly to my website at AskRinde.com, clicking on grants, and getting started today. Also, if you'd like to learn how to integrate and actually use AI to boost your business, to boost your grants, to get you more revenues coming into your business and change the game for your business, make sure you reach out to us to get our AI Grants Guide. You can do that by emailing me directly at AskRindeNetwork@gmail.com. So, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You can also email me anytime. My email address is AskRindeNetwork@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.